Let's be real, you probably don't have a yacht, or a private jet, or a $300,000 fossilized tiger skull in your office. But Dana White does. The UFC boss does more than just throw money around. He body slams it into some of the wildest, most baller stuff you've ever seen. This is a guy who once gave his kid $1 million for his birthday, so you can imagine what he buys for himself. And today we're counting down 10 things Dana White owns that cost more than your entire life. Strap in, cause this list is obscene. Dana White has been running the UFC since the early 2000s, and with that came a $500 million net worth. Not too shabby. And once you get into the $500 million net worth range, you must get a private jet. And that's what Uncle Dana did. Dana owns a Bombardier Global 7500, one of the most expensive private jets on the planet. It flies over 7,000 miles without a single stop. The cabin has zones. There's a kitchen, bed, shower, and more leather than a Versace catalog. The price? Around $90 million. While fighters argue for a $50,000 win bonus, Dana's out here glazing John Jones at 30,000 feet. Some people buy a house. Well, Dana, he bought the neighborhood. Literally. He purchased multiple properties in a quiet Vegas suburb, knocked them all down, and built a custom mansion so massive, it probably has its own zip code. 9 bedrooms, 14 bathrooms, a Celtics-themed basketball court, an actual court with the logo in the middle. There's also a private bar, home theater, arcade, pool with gazebos, and a recovery room with an infrared LED bed. All in, the place is worth around $50 million. Dana White wears sneakers that cost more than your monthly rent, sometimes more than your yearly rent. He's dropped over $100,000 on kicks. We're talking limited edition Travis Scott's, Dior collabs, and custom designs you can't even find unless you know a guy who knows a guy. One pair looks like Bruce Lee, another is Patriots themed, some pairs have cost more than $5,000, and he keeps buying more. Because why not? It's not like fighter pensions are a thing yet. Uncle Dana also has a great collection of cars, and it's growing. Muscle cars, luxury ones, speed demons, you name it, he's got it. Ferrari Testarossa, Ferrari F430 Spider, a tricked-out Escalade that probably has more tech than a fighter jet, a 1971 Plymouth Barracuda, a chip-fuse-built Restamod packed with an MEVH, a BMW M6 Grand Coupe, a Land Rover Defender Works V8 70th Edition, a Bentley Continental GT, and a classic 69 Camaro that sounds like it eats Teslas for breakfast. But sneakers and cars aren't the only things Dana collects. Dana White collects ancient predators. Sitting in his office, next to samurai swords and a money counter, is a fossilized saber-toothed tiger skull. This thing is millions of years old and costs somewhere between $200,000 and $350,000. It's not a replica, it's not a museum loaner, it's the real deal. And he bought it for the same reason you or me would have bought it if we had a couple of million to spend. Just because he thought it looked cool.
It's been
and
crazy.
on this piece, I feel like we can't just like stand here
Yeah, you want to go
behind
here?
us without talking about it. I mean,
So, a really good friend of ours, mine and the Fertitas, named Richie Sachs, called me up one day and said, I got you a gift. And I'm like, oh, that's nice of you. He says, send me a check for $200,000 and I'll send it to you. And I go, what kind of a gift is that?
yeah.
And he says, are you in or you out?
Tucked between the fight posters and fossil skulls, Dana owns a piece of high art that is, well, how do we say it? A bit explicit. It's a painting by Nobuyoshi Araki, a legendary Japanese artist known for work that's bold, controversial, and extremely expensive. This particular piece, estimated at over $1 million. His friend gave it to him as a gift, but Dana had to pay $200,000 up front. A weird kind of giving a gift, but hey, it's not worth 5 times that, so we'll let you be the judge if that purchase was worth it. Remember, if you're enjoying the channel's content, be sure to get involved by hitting subscribe, liking the video, and leaving a comment letting us know which of Dana White's ridiculous purchases you would like to own the most.
What sword are you talking about?
The one your dad said don't sell.
Now I really want it. This sword is from the 1600s. It looks like it was made just yesterday.
Right. The word samurai means to serve because you were there to protect and to serve the emperor. It was one of the highest honors. Something like this is $40,000.
Is that the price?
That's the price, $40,000, and they are very hard to come by.
Right.
If you didn't know already, anyone who lives in Vegas knows everybody. One day, Dana strolled into the gold and silver pawn shop. Yeah, that Pawn Star shop, looking for something cool. And boy oh boy did he find it. He walked out with multiple Japanese katanas, one of which dates back to the 1600s. These weren't knockoffs. They were handcrafted blades from Japan's samurai era, the kind of thing you'd expect to find in a museum behind glass. Dana put them in his office, next to fossils and fight memorabilia, and it only cost him $60K, chump change for someone like Uncle Dana. One of the more recent developments that made Dana an even more powerful man is the one that didn't come with a price tag. In early 2025, Meta, yes, that Meta, added Dana White to its board of directors. Think about that. The guy who built a career on cage fights and F-bombs is now sitting at the table with Silicon Valley's most powerful executives. He's weighing in on tech, data policy, and the future of platforms that billions of people use daily. Or it's just for show by Zuckerberg to get on the good side of Trump. But here's the real kicker. This move might end up being worth more than all his cars, houses, and collectibles combined. Board seats at companies like Meta come with equity, and equity at that level is huge. And when he's not docking fighter pay, gambling, or throwing Zuck in a rear naked choke, Dana unwinds on a boat that looks like it was built for a Bond villain. The Apo is a 115-meter super yacht with a layout that looks like a floating palace. There's a cinema, spa, full gym, helipad, and enough bedrooms to house a small army of yes men. It comes with a crew of 36 people, because of course it does. And yeah, he doesn't own it, he rents it, for up to $2.8 million per week. Yup, you heard that right, $2.8 million per week. Poor bastard. This one doesn't park in a garage or hang on a wall, but it might be the most Dana White thing of all. We're talking about his gambling purse. We're talking $100,000 hands, sometimes more. One time he walked out of a Vegas casino up $7 million in one single night. Another run saw him take $26 million over a few months, until the casino literally banned him for winning too much. And when he loses, no problem, he once shrugged off a $1 million L and said that it was still a fun night. This is a man playing with money like it's Monopoly cash, just trying to feel something. While fighters argue over show bonuses, Dana's somewhere at a private table watching a dealer flip a card that decides whether he buys another Ferrari or just laughs it off and orders steak. If you enjoyed the video, why not support the channel and check out some of our other uploads? Thanks for watching.